make the rules. You mess with this and you die like a fool. Pain. Here comes the pain. 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 Time to play the game. Pain. Time to play the game. Pain.
This year's team, I think, started out a little bit dug in. I'm not saying against the coaches, but they dug in a little bit and didn't want to practice real hard. And the coaching staff was trying to continually to prod them to practice hard to try to become better. I think they were a little bit self-satisfied. And as the season wore on, I think, and we weren't quite having the success that we had had in the past, I think they started to believe us a little bit, and our practice ethic became very good as the season went on. And it became a team at the end that we enjoyed going out to practice and had a good time.
I think this group was resilient. That would be one thing. Because we, a couple times during the season, things weren't looking real good, and the kids were able to handle that, channel their energies, and move forward.
And I think our defense this year was a positive. We did some very good things on defense, and I thought our passing game at the end of the year really was something that you had to, if you didn't respect it, it would burn you and beat you.
I wonder if Coach Basham's gonna put me in. Oh man, come on, put me in, Coach. Maybe if I stand close enough.
Good job!
How about a fresh running back, Coach Taylor? The mouse needs a rest. Oh, he doesn't even know I'm alive. Sure, give it to Spike. Always Spike.
This team, I think, would be measured in the going back to the number of guys that we were playing. I think that we were able to play a lot of people this year. We had a lot of guys on special teams that weren't starters. They did quite well, and then having a totally separate offense and defensive group made practice easier. I think made practice more competitive because players saw themselves as having a chance to get on the field a little bit more. And so I think our success, since we didn't win the conference and we aren't state champions, I think I would measure our success in our ability to take a lot of guys and turn them into viable varsity football players.
I think our kids have to understand that success won't always mean championships. Success sometimes is going to mean trying to achieve to the level that you're capable of achieving and attaining. And that sometimes is maybe a better lesson than winning championships.
I think I make it very clear that these are not my teams. They're Marquette High's teams. In particular, I think they're the teams that belong to the seniors each year. And my job is to try to give the seniors the best chance that they can to have as much success as they can, and hopefully that leads to a conference championship and a state championship. Many of them were B-team players when they were freshmen. And Tom Nollag was, I believe Connor Sweeney was, I know Donnie Moyer probably was, mainly because he was small and it takes a while to grow into that position. And I'm sure there are others, and I think that's a credit to them that they didn't give up on themselves because they were B-team players. They probably had a lot of football to learn, and they did it over the years. From an individual standpoint, I think probably the biggest and most pleasant surprise this year would be Ryan Berg as an offensive guard. There's a young man who didn't play a lot as a junior, played in the JV games, was frustrated, was talking about not coming out for football. And to his credit and to our benefit, he did come out and became a very good offensive guard for us, and undersized at that, oftentimes playing against guys who were much bigger than he was. I think Joey Klug was a pleasant surprise, and it really hurt us, or hurt our offense when he got hurt in the Brookfield Central game, and not getting him back. I don't think we ever really recovered from that because we were starting to develop our offensive personality at that time, and that really put a kink in that one. Connor Sweeney did an outstanding job for us, as we expected that he would. His leadership, I think, went beyond what I thought it might. Tommy Nollag had a superior year, to the point where he was the all-conference quarterback over a quarterback who started for 2 years. And another player for us this year that I thought had an outstanding year was Adam Purcell. Adam, we chose Adam to be a captain this year, and I think Adam perceived himself coming to Marquette High as pretty much a hockey player. And I think he now believes not only is he's a hockey player, that he's also a football player. And he was an outstanding football player, and especially against Brookfield Central, he did a terrific job there. But his leadership, I think, was outstanding. Murat Fidel also really was an inspirational leader to us. I think the way he played the game, he's a linebacker playing free safety, and we knew that. But his ability to come up and to finish off plays and make tackles, and to be the quarterback on defense and make sure we were in the right coverage and guys were in this place and that place, and I think also did a nice job. Brian Perzik, same way. It was a 2-year starter for us, had an excellent year. And you can go on. Joe Daniels had an excellent season on defense. Once we made him a one-way player, he became a much better player. Zach Grimm having a chance to play for 2 years, and this year played primarily on offense. They had a strong year for us. And I think all these players I've mentioned were all conference first or second team, and so I think that's a credit to them. The Mulqueens have been playing since 1994. We've had at least 1 or 2 Mulqueens on the team since 1994 through the 2002 school year. They were all outstanding players. Throwbacks to the old days, hard, tough-nosed. Just the kind of guys that you don't see a lot anymore. There's a lot of guys who watch television, and injuries become part of the game for them. Well, for the Mulqueens, they were never injured. They were always there, and they didn't want to come off the field. And that's, when I played, I didn't want to come off the field. And I think sometimes, of course, the game has changed. We take players out for this and that, but the Mulqueens were, I think I'll always remember them as being hard-nosed guys who just didn't want to come off the field. And we were much different football teams because they played for us. And that's not to say that they were the only guys, because we had a lot of great players, but that particular family has made a huge contribution to Marquette football in the 90s.
Sometimes those trophies can get a little tarnished, and the photographs can fade, as they say, but the memory that a kid can keep in his heart, that's the important thing.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.